Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of two games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Chiefs going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. A strong running. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Carr to throw on second down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Carr now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Only 3 there on the pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Carr. And this is Shepard on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
We ready?
Now Carr throwing on second down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And this has been an excellent drive to start the game off. Move the ball downfield well. Now they're set up at first and goal after that last really nice run. Exactly how a coach would draw things up. This is how you want to start a game, and that's all they've preached all week long about how they wanted to come out of the gate.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Tamba Hali's stock in trade is a quick first step to the quarterback, and he knows how to finish when he arrives.
And Carr's going to keep it himself. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better you be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
Third and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. This is the veteran fullback, John Kuhn. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And as we peer at this offense now, let's look at Jamal Charles, a guy who continues to be so productive in this league.
No matter where he touches it on the field, there's a very good chance he can go the distance.
From his goal line here, Simeon looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Jamal Charles. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On first down, it's Charles again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
To throw on second is Simeon. Over the middle, it's Thomas. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now it's Simeon over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down carry here for Charles. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
20 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's 4th down, and the Chiefs called on their kicker, Cairo Santos, for the field goal try. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On play action, now Carr. He's got time. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Simeon. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Here's Simeon, a dump off for Charles. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
But that is not my father or my grandfather's defensive tackle, because those guys, they were pretty static on the line of scrimmage, just kind of hold things up, and if plays came to them, they made some tackles. Nowadays, your job is to get upfield, get into the offensive backfield, and make plays. And oh my goodness, can these guys run nowadays? That's why they're able to make plays all up and down the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They'll fake it. Now Simeon. That's caught at the 2. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a gain of 17 that time, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whipping on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. It's a pickup of 21. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risks is a big decision here.
Here's Simeon. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Simeon. And Hill with it over the middle. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Chiefs a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Kelsey out in the slot right. Now a 1st down throw. Simeon. They complete it to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd and 10, Simeon. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. To throw is Simeon. It's Hill, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. They'll fake it. Now Simeon. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Pretty good coverage there in both of these defenses. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
We ready? Red 18! Red 18!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They come up in an offset eye. To throw his car. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Here's Murray for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Well, they imposed their will on that last drive. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, added second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Carl try it again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 53 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Back to throw, Simeon. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Boom, Detroit!
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Back now in the East Bay. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Watch it now, Barney! Let's go!
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Another pistol look here.
Green, 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Brought in by Walford, right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing, Cook. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now Cook. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He sets to... That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Oakland. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Connor Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Cook looking to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Looking deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was a mate.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now Cook. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Now let's go. Green.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Down to a knee. Here goes Cook, and that should do it. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Raiders, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.